So what are you most excited for about today's event?
I've never been here before. This is my first time at the Celebrity Experience, so I'm really excited to just kind of meet all the kids, hear their questions. You know, I think sometimes, obviously, the industry is kind of like looked at as very glamorous, which I assure you, it really is not as glamorous as you think it is. So I can't wait to kind of like talk to these kids, hear what they think, tell them things, just have a really cool dialogue.
I feel like with the cast that Austin and Allie has, you guys must get into a lot of hijinks. What's the craziest story you can tell us from working on the set?
Okay, I think we actually matured as we got older, but literally the first day, well, okay, the first day after we did the first episode, so it's like we did the pilot, and then we did the first episode, and that first day we had a marshmallow gun fight. Yeah, Rainey bought us marshmallow guns, and we like had a fight, and it was like girls against boys. I don't really know who won. All I know is that all the marshmallows got on the carpet, and I was like, hey guys, we cannot just leave the marshmallows on the carpet. That is rude. We want to make a very good first impression. So then I convinced everyone to like pick the marshmallows up.
Oh hey, look at you being all responsible.
It's very important to pick up marshmallows that are on a carpet that you put there.
Great advice for the teenagers, you know. Just that's the only thing you're gonna tell the kids today.
Yes, that's actually my big focus is pick up marshmallows, man. Pick up marshmallows.
So I mean, like today we're here at the Celebrity Experience. What moment did it really hit you that you were a celebrity?
I still don't know if I am. It's still weird. It's funny because it's like when I found out like it's called the Celebrity Experience, I was like, wait, am I the celebrity in this situation? Hold on, Tio, what? I don't know. It's funny because I've always like I've always like had a weird. I feel like celebrity has an interesting connotation. I've always just kind of thought of myself as like I'm a singer or I'm an actress. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I think sometimes once you put celebrity on it, it just like gives it a whole other like definition. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or level of importance where I think it should be, and I think that's a kind of an awesome thing to even put out. It's like it should always be about the art. You know, not to sound as cheesy as possible, but it should. It should always be about the craft, and I think you really, you know, obviously the celebrity aspect is definitely a part of it, but that should always be secondary, I think, to like what the actual the craft is. So yeah, I'm excited. Hi.
Waving at people. How you doing?
The cutest. Oh my god.
He's very snazzy.
Oh my god, he's literally the cutest kid. Oh, look how cute he is.
Can I adopt him?
So, if you go to New York,
oh.
the best kind of Chinese food.
Well, what's been your craziest fan experience?
God, I don't know. My fans are like awesome. They were always, yes, they're like the coolest people. Let's see, craziest fan experience. I had a girl, I was like walking in New York or somewhere, maybe it was somewhere else, I don't know, but I was walking and someone recognized me and then she hugged me and then she ended up kissing me on the lips. And I was like, whoa, I was not, but it was like, she was like 10 I think she was from like, I don't know if it was another, I don't know, I really don't know.
It could be like a different culture.
Exactly, exactly, so I didn't want to judge it. I was like, oh, hello.
Like, I'll embrace it, you know. Like,
as an Italian, and you usually go with like the cheek kiss.
Yeah,
I was just
you know,
like, oh,
Cuban,
right there.
that's the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, but I was kind of went with it. She was literally like super young. She was like 10 or like 11 or 12. So it was like, I was like, ah, and she like reached that level. By the way, that's how short I am. That is how short I am. Just putting that on the table.
So have you ever been starstruck for anyone then?
Every day of my life. I get so starstruck, it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, so many people. I met Tom Felton and Rupert Grint from Harry Potter, and I died, and like completely made a fool of myself. I just made a fool of myself every time. Like I also get really nervous. Like, so it's funny because people usually think they're like, oh, if I'm like with someone and like there's a celebrity there and they're like, oh, go ask for a picture. I'm like, I can't do that. What? No, I can't do that. No, I get so nervous, it's crazy.
I feel you on that, though. Well, on a little more serious note, Rihanna recently came out as saying that she didn't want to be a role model. Do you think celebrities have an obligation to be a positive role model?
I think that no matter what, as we said before, like being in some sort of spotlight is just kind of part of the job. Whether you like it or not, it's just there. But I think every human being, just in general, has, their preference of what they want to do with being in that spotlight. So, if I know for me, I love the audience that I have. I love the fans that I have, and I want to make sure that I can continue to have their respect or garner other people's respect as much as I can. But I don't judge other people who maybe want to go in a different direction.
Hey guys, we're here with Karan Brar. So what are you most excited for about tonight's event?
I'm hanging out with the lovely Laura Marano, and I think it's just being able to meet the future generation of the industry, which is so cool, meeting the future actors and just being able to work with them and just having so much fun.
For sure. Now tell us about Bunked.
Oh, Bunked. It's really exciting. So the concept is that Emma, Ravi, and Zuri head off to camp in Maine called Camp Kikiwaka, and that's where their parents, Christina and Morgan Ross, actually met. So they're kind of camp sweethearts, and we have some crazy adventures over there. We're right now, I think, in our 7th episode, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So what's different about your character in this new spinoff?
I think, along with me and everyone else, is that all of our characters are growing up and they're kind of adjusting to things, and they're trying to learn lessons that they didn't do before. And as our characters, they started off very immature, and they grew a lot on Jesse, and I think they'll even grow even further into young adults on Bunked.
On Bunked?
Yeah.
Sweet. So now, the event today is the celebrity experience. When was the moment where it really hit you that you were a celebrity?
I have no idea. I don't really even consider myself a celebrity. I'm just so nonchalant about things. I'm just okay, cool. But I think it's when you do your very first interview, it's someone wants to hear what I'm saying, because I was a small little kid in Seattle, Washington, that I was just always in the background of cheering on the sports teams or whatever it was. And doing my first interview was super exciting, and I was oh, this is so surreal.
For sure. So now, what's the craziest fan experience you can share with us?
Oh, the craziest fan experience. Actually, this is I feel really bad about this, but I don't have any crazy one, because all my fans are really laid back and they're really, really mellow. So it's, instead of it being oh, hey, what's up, photo, bye, it's we'll hang out, we'll talk.
Chill, get a smoothie. Have a sleepover.
Exactly. Come over, hang out. It's everyone's really laid back. I don't have any crazy berserk fans. Everyone's really mellow and really sweet. They're
good, yeah.
Oh my god, they're so sweet. They're just hey, what's up? I love the show. And then we just talk about favorite episodes or whatever it is.
Yeah, shout outs to the fans.
Right?
So have you ever been starstruck for a celebrity yourself?
Oh yeah, tons of times. I think my goal right now is to meet Jennifer Lawrence, because we are getting married. So it's only fair that we meet once.
You should meet beforehand.
Right. We're gonna get married. Plus, I need to ask her does she want a chocolate or vanilla wedding cake?
There's organization.
There's those things you gotta go through. Jennifer's a little laid back, and she doesn't want to plan it, and she's you do it. So I'm in charge of the wedding, so
So on a little more serious topic, Rihanna recently has come out saying that she doesn't want to be a role model. Do you think celebrities have an obligation to be a positive role model?
I feel to a certain extent, because a lot of the time our youth really looks up to people in the spotlight. But at the same time, we should be encouraging our youth not to follow our actions, but to make their own decisions and to feel confident in themselves. You shouldn't look at Rihanna or whoever it is and be just because they're a part of a charity, I should be too. You should be able to make that own decision yourself and be I want to help because I want to help, or I want to wear this because I want to wear this, not because some celebrity's doing it.
I think it's amazing having all the kind of celebrity actors here and the kids just really getting to learn kind of from them directly. It's such an awesome experience to have that kind of one-on-one knowledge, I guess.
For sure. Now, being that you're on a Disney fashion show, what do you think, what are your top predictions for this summer's fashion?
So we're kind of in summer season right now. Big trend's khaki that I'm wearing, this colour, is a big trend, off the shoulder. We've kind of had Coachella and festival season kind of underway, so seeing a lot of fringe and 70s. It's perfect kind of summer wear, I guess.
Oh hey, so for dudes, should I be wearing this off the shoulder thing?
You could try. It might be a new.
I feel I could break boundaries with this.
You could definitely wear this colour though. This would look great on you.
Thank you. I'm flattered. So being that this is the celebrity experience, what moment in your life did you really did it really hit you that you were a celebrity?
I don't really know whether I've had that moment, but I've had a lot of moments where I was in a shopping mall once and a girl was screaming around in the mall, followed me. That was kind of a strange experience.
Just went and chased you?
Yeah, she was screaming. I thought something had actually happened. I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
And actually being here, because the kids are from all over the world, so the show I do is on in Europe, so a lot of the American kids haven't seen the show, but there was like a guy from Scotland and he was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And it was just very crazy for me being out in LA to like have that happen, I guess.
Yeah, have that happen over here in the States.
Yeah.
Now, on a little more serious note, Rihanna came out recently saying that she doesn't want to be a role model.
Right.
Do you think celebrities have an obligation to be a positive role model?
I think consciously we all should be role models. I don't feel like it's not a celebrity's responsibility, it's our own responsibility, all of us as humans, because like it doesn't really matter whether you're front of camera or not, you're a reflection of yourself. So I think we all have a responsibility, but there shouldn't be any extra pressure put on someone who's in the public eye.
For the people watching who don't want to be necessarily in front of the camera, but where you are behind, what advice could you give to them about the industry?
Know all sides of the industry. I mean, know how to act, know how to produce, know how to direct. Just understand what every role is. I think it's really important.
Yeah. And now, as a producer, what do you think is the most rewarding thing you can do with your power?
Discover talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really what turns me on. I love doing that. That's one of the reasons I became a producer. Absolutely. I mean, talent is extraordinary. When you could expose talent to the world, you're helping change the world. So I love that.
Hey, you guys, it's Karan Brar, and you're watching Teens Want to Know.
Teens want to know.
Teens want to know.
Hey, it's Laura Marano, and you're watching Teens Want to Know. What?
Your hair good?
My hair's good.
Hey guys.
Go ahead.
Hey.